Well, Renee, the sommelier, is here to tell us about how our glassware is impacting our wine tasting experience. All right, Renee, do fancy wine glasses really make a difference?
I have to say that they do. Like, when you have a really lovely wine glass, it really does change the expression and the experience you have with a wine. So that's why today I really wanted to do a kind of a fun experiment together. Are you ready for doing something interesting?
Oh my gosh, I'm all about these kinds of experiments. But before we even get there, talk to me about the two wines we're going to be using today.
Yes, so to explore wine in the glass even more, I have a white wine and a red wine for us today. Our white wine is a wonderful Lungana production. So Lungana is a region at the southern end of Lake Garda, and this is by Zanato Winery. This is their San Benedetto production, and they do a wonderful job of representing this well-kept secret of Italian wine lovers.
Ooh, okay.
And it's all made from the grape Turbiana. For our red wine, we have a beautiful SYRAH from Lompoc, California. This is a winery called Chamines to Dreams that's making this wine. It's a single vineyard production from their John Sebastiano vineyard. And the other interesting thing about this winery is that it's made by partners in life and in wine, Mireia Taribo and Tara Gomez. So this has been wonderful to try.
I love that, and I love the fact that, well, first of all, that Italian wine is no longer a secret.
No,
because
it's not a
Renee
secret.
talked about it on Cityline, but that's okay. They're okay with that. I love that we're going right back to my university days now, people, because we are drinking wine out of a mug. Actually, you know what? It's elevated. We usually do solo cups back in the day, and whatever we could get our hands on. So this is elevated. We're going to try them in Cityline mugs. We're going to try them in these IKEA plastic. Listen to that.
I know, plastic cups.
Cups, but they're quite pretty. And see if it really makes a difference in terms of taste.
Yes, and we're going to end up in the wine glasses that suit these wines the very best.
Okay.
So I'll get you to start off with the white wine.
Okay.
And we'll do the mug and the plastic glass. Give it a smell and a taste. Oh, I love that you're doing it with the mouth open.
You taught
Good
me.
on that.
You taught me.
And you can see it's really hard to kind of interact with the wine, especially in the mug, because you don't get to see it. It's really kind of acidic when it comes out.
Yeah.
And if you do the same with the red wine, you'll be getting this very similar vibe. It seems like it almost assaults the senses. It's a lot more bitter and tannic. Yeah, it's not as good.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with the wine. It's just that when I pick up a mug, I feel like it needs to have coffee in it.
Exactly.
Or hot chocolate or water if I'm on set. So it's not what I'm expecting. You're right. You can't see it. So a little weird. Shall I try that?
Yes, try those. Now that you can see it, but it's still the same shape. So you're still getting an assault of the senses. And when it falls onto your palate, it doesn't lay quite nicely. But you can start to get the wine as having a better experience, right? We're moving up
It's getting
in our
better.
experiences.
Yeah.
And even for the red wine, now it doesn't seem as intense. It's calming down a little bit more, right?
I can't believe what a difference it makes even from a mug to a plastic glass. Okay, let's move on down the line.
So now we're going to a really nice standard wine glass. This is by Rovini. These are handmade crystal glasses.
Shall I?
Yes, go right ahead.
I better not break this. It's very dainty.
It is. It feels like paper. But really what's great about these glasses is that they are perfect for white wines, rosé wines, red wines, sparkling wines. And you can see that you get a lot more expression from the aromas. They lay nicely on the palate.
Yeah.
And then when you smell the red, you'll see that it's really calming down the tannins. It's really giving a better experience overall. The palate has increasingly improved from the first ones, right?
I have to tell you something. You wouldn't even know they were the same wine.
I know. That's the whole
difference it makes as you go down the line. And I love the fact that this is the same glass, but it's perfect for all the wines.
It is. It's
Very good.
Great.
Okay, so let's move along to these.
Yeah, so these are the glasses that fit these wines the best. Okay. And I'm actually going to taste this with you as well.
Good. Come join the party, Renee.
Exactly.
Come on.
So for the Lungana wine, I went with the Riedel Wine Wings Chardonnay glass. And this because this wine style is very similar to an unoaked Chardonnay.
Okay.
So we give it a smell and a taste. And because it has this extra bowl, you can keep tasting along and I'll tell you more. So because it has this extra bowl, it really holds in those aromas. You get a lot more white flowers, a little bit of almond in there, some melon and citrus.
Yes.
And then when you taste it.
So here's the thing. I'm not a huge Chardonnay fan in general, but it actually does make a difference, the glass that it's in and the temperature that it is.
It's so true.
So this is crisp. It's got a lot of flavor in it, and it tastes really good. So why do these glasses work for this kind of wine?
These glasses work for this kind of wine because it has a lot of aromas and they really need that space for it. And at the same time, you get a nice acidity in the base of it and minerality on the palate. And that allows it to sink in a lot.
And all I feel is, wow, that tastes good. But like, I like all of those words you just said. Okay, so we have it now in this one.
This is our SYRAH. This is a modified Bordeaux glass. This is called the Extreme SYRAH glass by Riedel. And you can see a lot more space for the aromas, which is what this wine really needs. You get a lot more violets, blueberries, mushrooms, lavender, really a lot of things coming up in here.
Really good.
And then isn't this the smoothest?
It is the smoothest.
It's so smooth.
Of all the glasses I've tried, it is the smoothest, and so the glass makes a difference. If you're at home like me and just using a straw, maybe elevate.
Yeah,
Right?
It really makes it. We did the experiment. Makes the difference.
Makes a difference. Thank you.